Good evening. Today we are going to talk about trillion-dollar economy. That's the latest buzzword. We have an ambitious target of $5 trillion economy. Is it possible? Well, it is possible, but it is with a stretch. Well, it is equivalent to chasing 300 runs in 2020. Is it possible? Obviously it's possible, but we need 2 or 3 Dhonis in the team. And one such Dhoni is Telecom. Why? Now, we are a population of 136 crores and we have 120 crore mobile collection. Okay? Which means this is the area where this is the broadest area of the tax collection. It is called indirect tax, but I think it is a direct tax. This is where every individual spends from his pocket for the charges. So it is very important that everybody, see, if you take, I think there are around 8 or 9 crores of income tax assessees or PAN card holders. Okay? But 120 crore people use Telecom. Now, if you look at it, like India, the major fiscal deficit is the revenue generated in petrol, in the fuel. Because the actual fuel cost is 53 rupees, it's sold at 78 or 79 rupees. So that is where the biggest fiscal deficit is bridged. In Telecom, what the problem is, if you look at 8 to 10 years back, we used to pay very high charges. 1,000 or 1,500 rupees, it used to be the minimum billing amount. Now it comes to 400, 500 rupees. See, economics is all about multiplication factor, multiplier effect. Okay? Now from a 1,500 rupee billing, you have come down to a 500 rupee billing, which is almost 1/3. Okay, now the subscribers have gone up, economies of scale we can say. But on account of heavy competition, the telecom companies are not able to make money. Especially certain new players are using predatory pricing. We don't want to talk about that. It's part of business. So that is, I don't want to talk about it. But what has happened because of that? Now one player is already gone. Aircel is gone out of business. He had so many employees, he had a huge setup. So that company is completely closed. That means like the employees have lost their job, the showrooms have been closed, the vendors he has been paying has gone, they are out in the woods. So all these things is a cascading effect on predatory pricing. Now, I am not going to talk about that, but what I want to say is, let's say, my suggestion to the government is, like we must fix a minimum tariff for the telecom companies. Let's say 500 rupees. See, I'll tell you why. Now today, let's say if you are paying 300 rupees is a billing, 18% GST is 54 rupees. Okay. Now, if the government fixes at 500 rupees, 18% GST will be 90 rupees. Okay, which is as good as 80% more GST collection. And believe you me, between you and me, if we don't shell out the 200 rupees or 300 rupees extra, that money will be taken from us from the petrol pricing. So it is better to give to telecom companies where it will be useful for the companies to become profitable. If telecom companies are profitable and make more money, the economy will be very sound. Because they have so many verticals which are supported by the telecoms. So all these upstream, downstream companies of telecom will be in trouble if the telecom companies don't make money. And recently, adding insult to injury or whatever it is, like they've been slapped a 90,000 crore of late payment fees or something by the telecom authorities. I think such acts is very dangerous because the ARPU is less, the average revenue is less, and if they say, like in fact Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla said that we won't be able to sustain. So if that becomes NPA, One is NPA, another one, a number of people employed there in that industry. They'll all come to the streets. So it's very important that without telecom, $5 trillion is not possible. So it is important that the government fix a minimum price, let's say 500 or 600, which is beneficial to the government as well as telecom companies. So if this step is taken by the government, this will be it will be a giant leap towards a $5 trillion economy. Now, if we don't do that, it is going to be extremely difficult. So, as subscribers or as taxpayers, I think we should accept a payment of 500 rupees, which I think which is very highly valuable, or it has got high utility value, and we use the phone for so many things. So the price what we are paying for the service is actually very, very less. Okay, so it has to go towards the mean, which means if the price goes up, I think we should be able to pay. In our own interest, we should pay, because if you don't pay for telecom, you will pay in petrol. Like in cricket, they say if Lilly doesn't, Tomo will. So like that, if you don't pay extra the 200 rupees in telecom, you will be paying that much money in petrol. So this is the first step towards a $5 trillion economy. I hope I'm clear. If there's any query, please let me know. Thank you. Have a nice day.